And is it recording? It should be, because yeah, it's recording. We'll do a bit of preamble. Welcome back to part 3. Optico's just finished. Aren't we happy with that? Yes, we are. But, okay. Sorry, I heard sounds, and then it all went, that's because I zoomed in and out. I was talking to my uncle about Esperantos. He picked up a book on it in the 90s, and he told me words ending with J is because they're a plural. Yes, so they're plural. There you go. Now, how do you pronounce a word ending with J? I don't know. Does anybody? Magnets, how do they work? Yeah. You know what? No. Conserve must be safe. So there's Conserve le Ludon. Version 1 peaceful. Eliri Ludon. Modifio. Let's install. Oh, we got some updates. You know what? I will do those updates, but first I want Afraid of the Dark. Enforce personal lights more. That's the one. And yeah, version 18 is compatible with version 1 or 0.18. So now let's do those updates. Update everything, please. I've got another thing downloading in the background, but that's okay. These mods are fairly small. Oh, that one's fairly large. Can I pause that? Pause that. Ah, there we go. Now it's going faster. Right, there we go. All mods are up to date. Confirm, yeah? Oh dear. Got an unfortunate text message, so that was annoying. Never mind. Could be worse. Now, mods. Oh, Afraid of the Dark's already selected, so that's fine. It's version 1 peaceful. And what are they doing? Where are they off to? Oh, alright. Okay, yeah. Except, why am I putting it in there? Because it's not mining anything. And let's just fuel those up as much as we can. So there we go. Main difference is now the lights are not as dark, although they still are fairly dark. Right. Got some carbo, as they call it. Ah yes, I couldn't build those, and that's why I was researching logistics. So now, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, so 5 and 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do 5 of those. And then we just need some inserters. Well, we don't need inserters to start off with, because I can hand feed those. But let's make some anyway. And I didn't need those boxes. I could have just salvaged the ones from up there. Now the undergrounds are being used over there. Alright, build some more of those then. Come on, construction drone, figure it out. Oh no, the splitters we used. Alright, just make 10 of those. I will need some electrical ones. Why is that doing? Oh dear, that was silly. So I'm playing a game about colonization and terraformation, and I just killed everybody because now they don't have enough oxygen to breathe. Could be worse. Could be sent to Coventry. Oh, I was very pleased. I heard somebody use that phrase just the other day on the show, and I thought, good, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I heard that and I thought, it's so appropriate. The really is. Right, so but that's not right. So we got those, and we'll put a bit more carbon in there. But very soon we're going to look to use electric miners there, and we're going to start bringing in the raw materials into our jumpstart base. Very soon. And how exciting will that be? Well, I hope you are holding on to your seats, dear listeners. Unless you're watching this on the bus. And if you're standing up, I hope you're grabbing hold of something. As soon as we handcraft all of this, we're going to get into automation, which is the name of the game. Because making things yourself is slavery. That's why you have construction drones. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 19, yep. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I'm queued up 5, 10, 15, 20. And then there's the 25. Not need a lot of inserters, but that's okay. All of these need curveball. That's the called. Remember, this isn't just about Factorio. You're learning Esperanto with Factorio. Ah. No one someone says, why are you watching that? You can say, oh, it's educational, honest. I'm learning, I'm learning Esperanto. I'm laughing because it's just the absurdity of you play a game and you learn something at the same time. But you know what? If it wasn't for Rome Total War, I don't think I'd have ever read Herodotus. So you know what? You do learn stuff from games. They kept quoting like Tacitus, Herodotus, and various other people from the ancient. Is it the antique or the classical world? Where is that period where the ancient Greeks and Romans are all about? But they kept having quotes in the game from all these people, and I saw Herodotus, and I thought, hey, that guy, he's got some fun stuff to say. Let's have a listen to him. So I read his collected works. Really liked his story about the Egyptians and the treasurer the architect who built a treasury for the pharaoh. Wasn't sure if the pharaoh was going to pay him his pension, so he made a concealed entrance into the treasury so his sons could help themselves. I love that story. I think it's brilliant. More of that, please. Oh dear. There we go. Being distracted by my mobile phone, but that's okay because we're handcrafting things. And one of the things we really need to handcraft is some conveyor belts because we're not going to get much, but that's alright. Don't need to construct. I can use these brulaja minilo. I'll use some of these brulaja minilos. I'll get some iron ore and I'll just take them by hand to the jumpstart base. Yes, I will. I will do that thing I said I'll do. So in order to do that, we're going to have these all go into a box. You go into a box. And I'll have those go into a separate box. And I don't have any boxes. Oh dear. Or have some lignikistos then. So there's these electric mining drills, which are called Electra Minilo. There we go. Oh, and I put some carbo in the box. So I'll take the carbo out. And now we're getting some iron ore. So in the meantime, let's take some things which... let's take some iron ore. And my outpost planner, I don't know if they've updated the mod, but in the meantime, I'm going to do this by hand. So how do we do it by hand? We just put some there. Put some there, yeah, and we'll have the ghost blueprints for, no, the ghosts, I think it's just called, see, spooky ghost icon, put it there, and that won't work, Oh, that's why we use undergroundies if we're using small electric poles. I think people also use undergroundies if it's very difficult to run up on the conveyor belt. You can do it, it's just it's very slow. And some people think it's important to be able to access the area. But that's alright. So now I've done that, if I just copy those, which is an inefficient way to do it, and in fact it's wrong, because these have all got undergroundies, so copy that, yeah. So now, oh, Control Z. Hey, they put Control Z in the game, brilliant. That's undo for anyone unfamiliar with office productivity programs since what, 1993? You see where it goes blue, it means there's no ore there, so I'm not going to place anything there. There we go. And again, very inefficient use of small electric poles. You could do it better, and I might do it better, but the fact is, I'm not bothered. Really not bothered. I don't think anyone else is bothered. There are many times in Factorio where you can spend so much time getting bogged down in optimizing your base and not progressing it. And I can understand the desire to optimize your base, because you just look at stuff and go, "Oh, I don't like that. That looks nasty." And yeah, that's very important. But then you don't actually get on with doing all the other stuff you need to do. Right, so they're just going to do stuff in there, but as I've got no iron, I can't make inserters. So after a while, those will stop producing. So I need to go back up to the iron patch and pick up some more iron, and I'll pick up some iron ore. I've got plenty of copper, so I can handcraft some electric circuits. That's good. Green circuits. So let's just get those. Some Fiera plato. No. What do you call this? Ferrico. Come on, mate. That's just Latin. Yeah. And then we go down again. A lot of the early game just involves running back and forth between places using your hand feeding, which is why you want to get to the automation as soon as possible. You don't want to be building things by hands, do you? No, you do. You certainly do not. Right, so now some N-methylos and some longer N-methylos. There we go. So, and look at those construction drones. They just build things in no particular order, but who cares, eh? I did see a mod to say construction bots build closest things first. And I thought, well, why doesn't the game do it that way anyway? Seems like they're missing a trick there. In fact, I'd like to know what is the logic in the game for how the construction bots work. How do they go like, alright, you've just placed a blueprint down, I'm going to go to, what, the longest thing first, the medium thing first, the thing closest to the nearest roboport so I can recharge? How does it work out what priority things should be? Would like to see the logic in that. Yeah, we'll have the op mode on. It's always good to be able to see what it is your smelters and assemblers and everything else are doing. Now we're doing the longer methylos. I think this is a very clever design. You know what? I don't see enough use of the long inserters. They're slightly faster than the yellows, and in this setup it's great because this one's picking up from there, that one's picking up from there. So that's just all feeding into the things which need it. So some more long inserters, and then that's it. That's the last of my iron. So, well, that's good. So that's making cogs. Or, no. In Esperanto. Some fira din trados. It's just Spanish, isn't it, mate? Uno biro, por favor. And there's circuit logic on this, so you can actually apply that to that. And the insert. So if there's less than 20 in the chest, it will carry inserting. Alright. It's not much, but then again, as this is jumpstart base, you come to it fairly often. That makes sense. So let's just go up again. So hopefully the construction droids will just start putting inserters here. Oh yeah, an optico. I can't do that because I don't have iron. I need iron to make optics. I don't have optics in the jumpstart base. Oh, that's a shame. Didums. Very soon I'm going to need conveyor belts. That's going to be the top priority. In order to make that, I need inserters, because without the inserters, inserting the iron into them, no good will come of it. Oh yeah, and we'll have a bit more labs as well. How's our power looking? Yeah, those two vapor generators, steam generators. Consumers vaporon por clear electron energion. Wow, sounds consumes vapor for create electric energy. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward language, especially when you're dealing with subjects you're really familiar with. Oh yeah, this is something that Afraid of the Dark adds. In addition to normal lamps, you can have a balloon light, and for some reason it's put in product tactile instead of logistical. Really, I'm wondering if does a light count as logistics, because it's not communicating. I don't know. Wait, I mean, you could put it in interage productions. I'm going to assume anything ending with J is just Raj, Toj, yeah. But I need inserters. In order to that, I need some filadendrico. So there we go. Oh look, there's pickup noises now. That's a new thing. I'm glad they put some more sounds in it. And I'm out of copper. Oh no, in order to make the green circuits I need iron, so... Right. Now if you were doing this by hand, you could actually assign the correct priority for everything and go, yes, I need conveyor belts before anything else, but look at that. We're starting to get there. So we'll take those 4 conveyor belts and... Oh, look, the construction droids have already got something in mind for it. So let's go and get some more iron ore. Where are you going off to? Ah, that one's finished, is it? Alright, okay. So I'll just take that. And let's take some more cardboard. Bien. That one will soon deconstruct. And let's go and get this. Get that. Get that. Get all of those. And get that. Right, so I've got plenty of raw materials. Let's just feed them into the beast. Right, so first up, iron ore. Now we've got a bit of copper, so put it in there. Let's do carbo. Bene. Bellissimo. Right. Oh, blimey, that's finished downloading. Cool. Alright. Well, new internet connection, so the upload's as fast as the download. Which should help with my content making career, yes, because that's a thing now. Plenty of stunner. Don't really need it for anything. We just want conveyor belts. So I'll take those, and we'll give those to those, and they can start making couple platos into couple cablos, which will go into electronico circuito. Oh yeah, we got some red science. So red science goes from there, outputs to that side. Right. There we go. I could make some more labs, but that's not the main priority at the moment. Main priority is just connecting up the iron ore. Transporter bendos. Subterra bendo. Underground, subterra. Yeah, subterranean. Lovely. Oh look, even making some enmiltilos. Ah, out of power. Why is that? I'm guessing, yeah, it's so I think sooner and later we will need to get electric mining drills here. But in the meantime, let's just go and feed it by hand. So, come on. If you're enjoying this, then don't like and subscribe. Go and watch some other video. Factorio. There we go. So you can see the production. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Let's go back up here, as they're all busy producing things, so I can leave that for a bit. But if I go back up here, I can start collecting some more iron ore. And in fact, I can take one of these, but if I'm being clever and not put it so close, I could put it there and I could maximise production. Start using some ligno, as they call it. Really, this is just some sort of Latin. It feels so much like it. I mean, ligno is like lignum. Because, why do I know that word as lignum? Ah, lignum vitae. Only police forces had truncheons made out of lignum vitae, wood of life, because unlike metal, if you build a club out of wood, it won't break skin, whereas a metal club can break skin. And interesting wood, very dense, very strong, dense in the mortar so it sinks. Plenty of oil inside it, so if you were to build bearings or gears out of this wood, it would be self-lubricating, which I think is, oh, I think that's incredible. It's incredible. Yes, just take all my belts and put them where you want. So there are disadvantages to using a mod like this. You don't really get a choice in what order things get built, and yeah, I can still like take something and, you know, put it down by hand, but I can't put it in there because construction drone obstructas, but brulaja minlo no constructible materialoj, because there's no ore. So I assume that materialoj, it means there's no ore. You're learning Esperanto with me. Tune in for many more videos where we will be learning more Esperanto. And then you too can watch Red Dwarf the way it was meant to be heard in the original Esperanto. I always thought it was a bit of a joke, but it's a fun sci-fi joke. So the official language of the Jupiter Mining Corporation was Esperanto, and of all the science fiction I know, I'm sure there's other ones, but Harry Harrison did Bill the Intergalactic Hero in Stainless Steel Rat series, and those books are written in Esperanto. And I always promise myself, like, oh no, I won't read this book out of the series until I read it in Esperanto first. But then I lost interest in it. It's a good series, actually, The Stainless Steel Rat. He's I like the stories where you got someone being resourceful, and he's a bank robber in one of them. He certainly has got a few resources up and tricks up his sleeve. Now that's putting 24 or 23 in those, but that one put 50. Don't know why that works. It's supposed to be even distribution, but they have it. So we still need more belts, don't we? And I've got plenty of plates, so let's just hand feed these systems, hand feed that. There we go. And whilst that's hand feeding, whilst that's constructing away, let's just make some of my own belts. There we go. So they're all going into there, and as you can see, these got nothing. But one of the components of green belts, green science, which comes after this, is belts and yellow inserters, or yellow. Now we learned the word for yellow last time. I say we because, of course, you watched the previous episode with me. So let's just go back to translate, powered by Weibo, or Yandex, or Yahoo. Flavogen immantolation. Yeah, so yellow inserter, flavogen. Flavagen. Yeah. And I thought when I do one of these videos, we'll look into the history of it, because there'll be plenty of time when we just sat down waiting for things to happen. And oh, look at that. Now, look as the power consumption really rockets up because of these miners. 1.3 megawatts, but that's okay because maximum production is 1.9 megawatts. Now these are starting to run out of everything. I will need some more electric miners soon to get that coal. In the meantime, we'll just keep getting those. And let's follow these. They've changed the graphics now. It's a more vertical drill which lifts up and then starts drilling down. Quite like that. Let's have a look at. Oh yeah, quite a lot of pollution, but that's okay. We've got peaceful biters, so they won't start attacking. I wonder if I could put my phone into Esperanto. I thought, oh come on, let's learn another language. So I put my phone in French. And I must admit, there are a few times when I'm looking at something, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Going into phone settings and you're trying to just change something on your display, it's a bit tricky. But there we go. So that's iron ore done. So the next thing we need is miners. Hey old miner, eating cheese and drinking wine. Unfortunately, if you try and watch Beavis and Butthead, due to copyright issues, it's very difficult to get the music unless somebody's got like a VHS recording they put on the internet. And there's a song on which they covered on Beavis and Butthead called "Hey Old Timer," and Beavis just started singing along with it. Hey old miner, eating red cheese and drinking wine. Oh, eating cheese and drinking red wine. It's just the way he was saying it. Well, you know, I guess it's one of those you had to be there moments. Yes, rather. Speaking of one of those you had to be there moments, you have to be here to pick up coal, because I don't have electric miners. How remiss of me. I don't have electric miners because I'm lazy? No. Let's pick a better reason. I don't have electric miners because my factory's being lazy. Yes. And why is my factory being lazy? That means there's a bottleneck somewhere. So let's go and find where this bottleneck is, shall we? So we'll put some copper plates in there. And that's making green circuits. And the green circuits coming down here. And then this needs green circuits. So there we go. There's a few green circuits in there. And put in here. Now, I want to explain splitters. Splitters, you put them on your conveyor belt and they split things. So as you can see here, now we have 2 conveyor belts where before there was just 1. And you can also do it to make 2 go into 1. One of the features that came very recent, I'm not sure if it was version 17 or version 18, was the splitters do a output priority, so you can choose the input priority, the output priority, and then you can filter. Before you need to filter insert it to pick something off with the belt. And in this case it means that it goes along and only green circuit can come down here, and that means anything else which is being produced can come down here, which goes into there. That's rather good because you do end up using quite a lot of these when you're handcrafting all sorts of things. I mean, these need ferrodentrados, those need ferrodentrados, that needs ferrodentrados. I need a ferrodentrado or a steak, that'll do, because you ever get that feeling when you're hungry and you start getting heartburn? I'm getting that feeling. I've got to cook in a bit, but kitchen's occupied and a very small kitchen in my hobbit hole, so I have to be patient. So yes, whilst we're waiting for all these things to produce, I don't need that many belts, so let's just put all the belts back, and that should stop production there. It's not starting production because it says if you've got less than 400, there's 393. So very soon this should stop. 397, 398, 399, 400. There we go. So it's not going to insert anymore, but the factory will still keep producing, as you can see here, and it's reached an impasse. And the reason it keeps on producing is it feeds the splitter factory, and it feeds the Subterra Bendo factory. What is splitter in it? It's called a disilo. There you go. Disilo e conquera, or whatever. Actually, what is divide and conquer? Divide and conquer. Dividi kaj conqueri. Split and conquer. Dizigi, it's got an accent over the G, and I don't know how to pronounce accents. So, one moment, please. Right. Esperanto. Hotel Esperance, Brussels. Best price guarantee. No, that's not it. Oh, they even have a flag. Let's go to it. Esperanto is the most widely spoken and constructed international auxiliary language. An international auxiliary language is a language made for communication between people from different nations who do not share a common first language. Yeah, right. But there's more people that speak Klingon. Although Klingon was never intended to be an international auxiliary language. It was created by a Polish ophthalmologist. Oh, that explains all the J's in it. L.L. Zamenhof. Zamenhof first described the language in The International Language, which he published in 5 languages under the pseudonym Doctoro Esperanto. The book is often nicknamed in Esperanto as La Uno Libro, the first book. The word Esperanto translated into English as one who hopes. Oh yeah, because in French, hope is espère. So, Hey, Google Translate, tell me what... oh dear, I've said the brand name of it. This video is not brought to you by Google, nor Microsoft. So let's see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for hope. Hope in Latin is spare. Spare. Alright. And in French that's espère. So anyway, Esperanto. One who hopes. Esperanto. Alright. Zamenhof's goal was to create an easy and flexible language that would serve as a universal second language to foster world peace and international understanding. Poles with their utopian ideals. Bloody stupid. Rubbish. Anyway, what do you need more of? You need more of the green circuits. Ah, they still keep escaping you, don't they? Somehow, they're getting past you. We're not making any green circuits because we don't have any copper production. Alright, I think I know what to do with all these burner inserters now. Oh yeah, I'm not making any copper. Oh. Let's just put them there so they'll have plenty of that. And... alright. Can I have a bit more carbo, please? Right, so they've all got... oh, okay, that's all fine. Right. I'm going to make some miners. And I'm going to make it different to the other time. So I'll do it... let's put it right down here. Here. Conveyors. Do that there. And put a small electric pole there, there, and there. No. Let's see. I need to go there. Yeah. Can end up with some real spaghetti junctions in this. So we'll have a splitter. We'll go one side for the ore and one side for the power, which I need more of. Yeah, let's put some power in, because without the power we're not going to be we're not going to be producing anything. I'll just put it directly into the boiler. Right. And they sound like they're going flat out. They're going close to flat out, yeah. So I'm going to do a few more of these by hand, and the reason being is I want to see how much electric pole covers. Yeah, it seems to be about right. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do this. I'll just do the miners. So there we go. There's the miners. Put some there, put some there, put some there, put some there. There we go. Right, so there's the miners. And that should be good. Now, I've got 2 lanes here, so I think we'll just do it as one belt for first, and then we can bring in the second belt. But one belt should be sufficient. So if I just bring those down... ah, but Hobbit, my hypothetical viewer, you see. If you don't do an underground, then you won't be able to connect to the small electric pole. And you're quite right, so let's ameliorate the situation, and I'll just put these things here, and oh look, these will be in the way, so take it from the top. Do that there, do one there, and we can save ourselves one bit of... now they're getting no power, and the reason they're getting no power is because they're not part of the power network. And we'll put a splitter in there. There we go. Actually no, we won't put the splitter in there because I got one down there. So let's make that line up. We'll put this splitter, we'll put it here, yeah. Put that there. put that there, put that there, and put you there. Right, there we go. So now everything's lined up, and that means if I so need to, I can duplicate this belt which I'm running alongside. There. So now we need more of the carbo. And then we'll need some more construction base. And then I think we can look into making a proper coal-fired power station. What I might do is load a previous game, get the blueprint, copy, paste into this one. Seems a shame that it wouldn't have copied it automatically, but you can't always get what you want, can you? We're going to leave that blank for now. And let's come up here, and let's just put some coal in there, and put plenty of coal in there. Sorry, carbo. Because that's running at capacity at the moment. How are we doing on the recording? Is it still going? Yeah, the recording's still going. I think I'll do an hour. That's a good round number, isn't it? Blah, blah, blah. Electric miners, yes, I'll have those. Well, I'll have the one. And let's have all of those construction belts. And I'm alright for splitters. I'll have some undergrounds and some splitters. There we go. Look at them as they zoom off. Fulfilling my every whim. But we're going to talk a bit about Esperanto, aren't we? We're going to talk about the idea behind it, because there's always been a need to be able to communicate with people, and prior to English being the vehicle language in the world, the clergy would speak in Latin, and the doctors would speak in Greek. And they would speak Greek because not Galen, he was Roman. Hippocrates, he was a Greek, and all the other Greeks were known for their medicine. So it behooved the doctors to learn Greek, so they did. And I wonder what behoove means. It's one of those words you say when it's like, it would be a good idea if you did this, it behooves you to do it. Yeah, we're done with you guys now. In fact, we don't need any of this. Can I just... That was fairly quick. Yeah, we'll do it that way then. And I did gain the resources. That's the important bit. Yeah, so doctors will learn Greek, and that's why medical procedures have Greek names. And then the clergy did Latin, and they did botany and identification of plants, and that's why they're all in Latin. And but the idea of vehicle language is like, well, you know, Latin and Greek is a bit tricky, so that's why Dr. Esperanto said we need an easier language to learn, and I have come up with this thing whilst I was drinking some vodka with my friends, because that's how Polish sounds. Don't correct me. I know I'm correct. I'm a master of languages. No laughing in the back. Yes. Right, so we're at that stage now where nearly everything's ready. So now we are going to conserve Ludo, version 1 peaceful. Now Sargi, and version 1 unpeaceful. Loading map. Waiting a bit. Having a think about it. Is it going to break? Ah, yeah, I deactivated that mod. But the main thing is, go to that, export to string, copy, okay, close. Now, Sargi Ludo, version 1, Sargi, I assume that's how it's pronounced, who knows. It's not as if there's any native Esperanto. Well, removed entities. I'm not, all these things are referring to Byte Evolution, and I'm not using those mods. They're not. Hang on. Oh no, this is version 1. Yeah, so I want version 1 peaceful. Sargi. There we go. Import string. Importu sinon. Import. And look at that. I got myself a string. And this string is a blueprint. So where should I put that? Is that a good place for it? I mean, if I did that, I could keep a lot of it in place, but that's in the way. So maybe a good place for it would be here. So the problem with this, it's a bit, I mean, I could put it there, I could put it, the other thing is it doesn't really matter, does it? No, so what if I just put it there? Yeah, and I think I'll have to do some work with pipes, so what if, is that right? Yes, I'm going to deconstruct all of this, so deconstruct up to about there. And we'll plop down, you said plop, that's a rude word. Oh, you're going to get demonetized now. Remember guys, donate to my entropy so I can survive. Like and subscribe. Buy my merch. Buy my tat. There we go. That's how we work things out. Hey, brilliant. It's actually put a boiler and that together. And it's using the yellow inserters, which means that if there's a power cut, the power station will not be able to feed itself. So we'll put, well, one can go there, one can go there. Yeah, that looks about right. But we need some pipe. So we'll do that, do that. So whilst this pipe is constructing, let's read a bit more. The international language, name quickly gained prominence, be used as an official name ever since. In 1995, Zamenhof published Fundamento de Esperanto, Foundation of Esperanto, as a definitive guide to the language. Later that year, French Esperantist organised with his participation the Third World Esperanto Congress, an ongoing annual conference in Boulogne-sur-Mer, France. Where is Boulogne-sur-Mer? Sounds like a place worth visiting. Oh, it's not far from Calais. It's that's really close to. Yeah, that is, isn't that? Boulogne-sur-Mer is, or in Latin, Giscocarium or Bologna, often called Boulogne, is a coastal city in northern France. It is sub-prefecture of the department of Pas-de-Calais. Yeah, cool. All right. I'm going to go to the World International Esperanto Conference. What's wear a mask because of human malware in Esperantese? In fact, what is the adjective of Esperanto? And is adjective the right word? I don't know. Adjective, is that a describe? I think that's a describing word. Yeah, you see, this is one of those things, it's those bits of word theory which I don't know much about. Yeah, so let's just hand feed that boiler. Got plenty of carbon. Yes. So now some boilers would help. Some caldronos. Caldron, oh, like cauldron then. Do we have, no, we don't have anything for power production there, so we'll do 10, that'll be a good number, and then we'll do 10 of those. Ah, tubo. Very straightforward. But we won't handcraft those because we have some of these fira dentrados. So we'll just do 10 of those and we'll make the tubos ourselves. And let's go up again. Let's go up and do the things again. I'll keep those going, because I'm not sure if you heard it then. I'll see if I can do it next time, but it sounds like you're walking over shale. Very cool. That is another new feature, and whoever did sound design on this game, Adjugoro, so let's conserve first of all. Yeah. Adjudoro, no, that's not it. I thought that'd be about, that's options. Whoever did sound design in this game, I really appreciate what you did. You did a good job. Keep up the good work. Alright, so they're not working because it's not getting any water. It needs all of this to be connected before it will do that. So let's have a look at this diagram. It needs 40 boilers, and I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've made 11, so I need another 29. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And I'm running here because I was going to pick up iron, wasn't I? Yes, let's pick up iron. There we go. Got all the iron plate one could ever ask for. There's some tubes in between them. Sorry, some tubo. Oh, one moment please. I just realised what the time is. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.